Now we're into books, puzzles, and games. This is kind of all in one area at our cell, and so that's usually how I categorize it when I tag. But I wanted to give you some tips of how to do books and games. Now on books, this is the only, this is, not even saying things correctly, but anyways, when you group your books, it's very handy to have the Ziploc bags, especially if they're different sizes. You can see this one's longer and this one's taller. So it's handy to have bags for that because they just slip right in and you could do your tag right on top. I use saran wrap for a lot of mine that are the same size. So like this, you can saran wrap 2, 3, 10 books. Like here, there's a 10 book set, okay? You can saran wrap that. See how neat and orderly it stays? And then the tag is easily accessible. So saran is a great way to do that. Now something else that I like to do too, so that people know what they're getting inside, because a lot of times when you saran wrap them, they can't open them to see what's inside. So I do one facing this way and then the other one facing this way. Some of them, like these, have the titles on the side, so it's not as essential. But if they don't have this, it's helpful to put it on the tag. What is the titles of those, for a lot of people who enjoy knowing exactly what they are if you're doubling up what you already have at home. So another way to do it is single books. If you have a book that you believe is worth $2 or more, you can do it singly too, and that's very acceptable. You can tape it right on the back. Another thing you can do is if the surface of the book, like a lot of the these kind of bendy books, you know, they're paper backed, and so it's easy to tear those tags off. So what you could do is take your saran wrap and just do one round around the back of your book. Just do it around this part and then put your tag on top of that. That's a way to save the book. So think about that when you're tagging. If I were going to buy this book and take off the tag, would it tear it, and would I be okay with that? So that's something else to think about. So using saran wrap, using the plastic bags, you know, this is how it looks at the children's cell. You know, you can do single books like this. Again, let me reiterate, please only bring children acceptable books, okay? We want to keep this a children-friendly cell, and books are included in that. So don't be surprised if you bring those books that, yeah, some children might read them, but it's not generally accepted for most children, that they will be rejected at check-in. All right, so tune into that. Now puzzles, what do? Do not lose the pieces. You want to make sure, because we can't sell puzzles that don't have all their pieces, right? So we want to make sure that our pieces stay there. Saran wrap, awesome. You know, if you put them in a Ziploc bag, that's acceptable too, but what generally happens? They fall out, right? Because there's some give there. But with saran wrap, they stay in place, and it's very easy. Make sure you put your tags on them and keep them secure like that.
One small footnote on puzzles and saran wrap. We have seen a few people bring the Glad press and seal saran wrap, and the experience with that is that it leaves a sticky film on all the pieces. So let's try to avoid using the press and seal from Glad.
Good point. I appreciate you bringing that out. That is true. You know, the more you consign, the more you learn the tips and the tricks of the trade, right? Now, what if you have like homeschool curriculum? We do accept that. It's a great opportunity now that so many of us are doing education at home. And usually there's quite a bit in there. Here again, you can use these sheeting packaging. It works really great to put all that in, but try and display as much of it as you can, where you can see the titles of everything. And even on your tag, if you can't see very much of it, put a description of what it is. Detailed. There's this many DVDs, there's this many workbooks, there's this many that, and so on and so forth. That's another thing. Workbooks, coloring books. We can't sell those that have so many of the pages already written in or colored on. Okay, so be sensitive to that. Think about, what would I want to purchase for my child? A half-used book? Probably not. So be attentive to that. Now in the same area where the books and the puzzles are also our games, okay? So you can definitely sell games. They usually sell very well. Our game section goes down really fast, especially, well, anyways, by the end of the sale, there's really not very much left. So bring your games. Everybody likes games, plays games. Make sure that when you are packaging them to sell, that you secure them so that no pieces get lost, and make sure your tag is clearly visible, so when people are seeing how much the games are, it's not hard to find them. So those are some items to think about. Well, I'll do the next one next time.